to my YouTube channel. As you already probably know, I play a lot of tunes in rock style, classic rocks, and mainly I always use my Hammond organ. I'm a Hammond lover. I own a B3 and I do have an XK3C. You can actually see it over there probably. I'll just turn the camera for you. Okay, and now one of the things I always had in mind is to provide some gear review, and especially for gear that it's new even to me and that I never really played before. In fact, I just purchased this Crumar Mojo about a month ago, and I've been playing a little bit. I made a few demonstrations. You can actually check some of the videos. I created a classic rock tune, like the intros, just to check the sound. How does it sound without the Leslie connected and simply connected to a standard Roland amp, which is a keyboard amp. Now today we're going to focus on the feature that this Mojo 61 can offer. Now today I also received this pedal. By the way, I would like to clarify that I do not work for Crumar and I'm not sponsorizing. This is very important for me because people may think, okay, it's doing something for them, it's sponsorizing the brand. It's not about that, it's just that this is new to me and I find out a lot of things, and I think the Crumar Mojo, I'm not trying to sell anything or to say that this is better than the Hammond or any other organ out there. But for the value, the price that you pay for this board, you actually get a very good and high quality in terms of sound. That's the main thing, but also in terms of how the board is built. So I bought this pedal as well today. So this is the Crumar Mojo CF-S12. Is a foot switch pedal to basically activate your Leslie. You can connect it on the back where it says foot switch or half moon. You can also connect in half moon. Now it's important to clarify, I already explained this on my other video. I will post some of the links to my other videos so that you can check what we did previously, and we've been talking about how you can use the Crumar Mojo foot switch and the half moon, so I'm not going to repeat myself today. But basically this foot switch is just to control the Leslie, and it's important to remind you that once you buy this, you can only control the onboard Leslie, and you can check on my other video that it's impossible basically to control an external Leslie. And I'm not going to repeat myself again today because it's unnecessary. Now we're going to talk about what you get as features here on this board. Okay, now let's suppose you just buy the upper manual. This is first of all considered the upper manual because you can also add a lower manual to it, and it's connected with a MIDI cable. Now once you buy this, you basically get nothing. You only get the keyboard, what you see here basically, with a power supply, and there are no pedals included. There is no sustain pedal because this board can offer extra sound including piano, so you may need a sustain pedal, but it's not included. And the only thing extra it's included in the package is a USB dongle that it's used to connect the board with the Wi-Fi. You can access the board, some of the technical features to your iPhone or your mobile phone, or to your tablet or a PC that has a Wi-Fi capability to reach and to set it up. Once you set it up, you can basically adjust some extra settings about the Leslie, about the overdrive, and so on and so forth. So regarding the board, so first of all, once you switch on, there is a switch button on the back. Okay, now it's off. So once you switch it on, it will do some self-testing. So all the lights are coming lit for a few seconds, and then it's going to reset itself to the default settings. Okay, you can see a lot of stuff is already enabled, like the percussion. Okay, now let's talk about, so I'm going to remove this so this you can see probably better. Now let's start from the far left of this keyboard. You have the volume, so basically I'm actually going to turn the amplifier on because it's connected to it, so you can actually hear the sound. Okay, now the volume, that's the first knob. Okay, the second knob is the drive, overdrive. Okay, it's not tube control, it's just kind of digital overdrive, but it's quite good. It sounds really nice. I like it. And you can now, if you can hear, because my mic is placed here not by the amplifier, but it should pick up the sound. The Leslie is the second two buttons. So you have two buttons that control the Leslie cabinet. And you have the run stop. So if you push it and the red light is lit, then the run stop actually stops. The run stop button stops the Leslie completely. So now it's stationary. If I release the button, you can hear the slow motion because it's on slow. If I press the fast button, so you have the same button to switch between slow and fast, you can hear slow, it's going to slow down, stop. Okay, and so this is regarding the first few knobs. Now, the third part of the keyboard is made by two more buttons. One, so basically the two more buttons will control the vibrato and chorus. Now, to activate the vibrato, the chorus, you have to switch on the on button. So you press it, it leads, now it's on, and you can hear, now let's put the Leslie on stop, you can hear the vibrato and chorus. It's on C3. So you can select, and you have the option. Now, if you understand about Hammond and organ, you should know what the C3 means. You know the options that you have. You can choose V1, the C1, and then you have a V2, the C2, and the V3. Mainly, most of the people keep it on C3. That's the most widely used, and you get this vibrato and chorus sound. Okay. V1 is a bit different. C1, V2, C2, V3. Okay, and then you can switch it off. Okay, now the most important part, the drawbar. So you have two main buttons that will act as upper and lower manual. So on the left hand side you have the upper button, and on the right hand side you have the low or lower manual button. Now if you put it on upper, you will be able to set the drawbar settings. Now let's reset everything. There is no sound. Okay, I reset and I select the upper manual. Now let's suppose this is the upper manual. Okay, because you only have a single manual at the moment. So the only way to switch between lower and upper is between these two buttons. So if you select upper manual, there is no sound because my drawbars are all set to close. Now let's play a C chord. Okay, I'm gonna put the first drawbar. You get sound, obviously. I'm gonna remove the drive because it's distorted. Second drawbar. And you get higher pitch as soon as you pull more drawbars. Okay, so let's suppose I want to use the first drawbar. So this is the sound that you get, okay? Let's put more distortion. Okay, so this is just to show you a bit of the sound and the drawbar settings here. Okay, now if you want to set the lower manual drawbars, you have to. So it's important that you understand this concept: upper and lower. Now it's on lower. Let's put it all to close, so there should be no sound. Okay. Now, why you get sound here now? This is your upper manual. I will explain in a minute why. And here there is no sound. This is your. So after the C, the middle C, there is no sound because this is your lower manual. Now the keyboard, and we will get to this extra button that you get after the upper and lower manual, is the mode, the keyboard mode. You put it on single mode, split mode, and external lower. Now at the moment it's on split mode, which means it will split the keyboard in two, so that will give you the possibility to set your drawbar preference. Now it's on lower. There is no sound on the lower. Let's suppose I want to pull just a bit of the first two and tiny bit of the third one. So I put 4, 4, 3. Okay, I get this tiny sound. Okay, and let's suppose I want to. So let's put the settings for Procol Harum. Okay, I'm gonna put on hold this. Okay, and then I selected the upper manual, and now I want to select the upper manual setting. So the Procol Harum has 6886. Okay. Okay. This is my lower. So you can actually hear that this is the upper manual, the settings that I set before, which are this one, 6886. And this is the lower, which is a very, very little one. I pulled the drawbars only a little bit, 443. Okay. Now you can play your Crumar Mojo 16Y like a dual manual Hammond. It's the same. Okay. Now it's a bit tricky at first when you do that because you don't know, but then you know, once you get it, it's actually easy enough to do that. And that's it. So basically you have to switch between upper and lower to basically select the drawbar for the upper manual, set your drawbar settings to your preference, and then you can switch to the other one, the lower, let's suppose. You set that and it's basically recorded. Now you can actually press a preset button, you hold it and you can save the sound. You can save 2 preset for the lower and 2 preset for the upper manual. Okay. Now let's go to the, well, you can, if you use a pedal, you know, the bass pedal for the Hammond, then you can actually activate this button and you can adjust the drawbars for your pedal as well. I don't have a pedal to demonstrate this. I usually don't play jazz style and I don't use it, so it's not usable for me. The mode, like I said, it's on split mode before, but you can choose a single. So basically, at this moment, there is no split. You get the same sound, okay? So what you do, you actually adjust the drawbar settings. There is almost no sound, okay? And this will not do anything. You can't change up or lower because it's the same. It's just one keyboard, and you can only select the drawbars for the single manual, and you can obviously adjust to your preference, okay? But obviously it will get the same drawbar settings for the entire keyboard, for the 61 keys that you have on your keyboard. Okay, so we have 3 modes here: single, split, we already talked about, and external. Now I cannot go to external, which is the third light. I don't know if the camera there is some distance. The problem is if I put the camera too close here, then you won't see me anymore. So I put the best settings for the camera and the keyboard. I'm not sure if you can see this little, there are 3 LEDs. One for the single, one for the split, and they're both red. And then there is another one, I believe it will turn on green or orange, but I cannot demonstrate this because is for the external lower manual. So when you add so you have to buy this separately, the lower manual, the lower keyboard that you can add, then you connect it, and then you will be able to switch to external lower. Why you do this? Because then when you actually select upper manual, it will physically select this upper manual, the top one. When you select the lower, because it's on external lower selection mode, it will actually switch the sound. It will not split the keyboard, but it will switch the sound for the drawbar settings into the lower. So upper for the upper physical manual, lower for the lower physical manual, okay? And that's why you have external lower. Now, this part is done. Now let's go to these few knobs here. You get a reverb, so very wet, too wet, extremely wet. There's almost an echo. I don't know if you can hear. It's too much, okay? But just to give you the idea of the reverb. Now the click, what's the click? So click off, okay, is to 0. There is no click sound. I will explain in a minute what the click is. Okay, I don't know if you can really hear. No, the click, it was basically a defect that the old Hammond had when you were pressing the key. So when you were pressing the key, you could, so when the key was released, there was a mechanical click sound that I think was going through the circuit and was coming out from the Leslie, so you could hear. At that time, they didn't really have a specific remedy to actually fix it because it was a problem for them. But then after using the Hammond, then they realized that it became part of the tone of the Hammond. So you can actually select the amount of click that the key will release, okay? And that's it. It's just a simple cosmetic feature to replicate the original Hammond, okay? You probably won't hear this small click sound that comes out from the amplifier because the mic is a bit too far away from the Roland keyboard amp. Then you have three more knobs. It's just like a simple equalizer. You have the bass, the middle, and the treble. That's it. Now, percussion. This is the percussion. You can select the percussion on soft. You could put it on fast as well. And the third. So so soft is basically like the second harmonic. Then you have fast and the third harmonic. Okay. As simple as that. This is the percussion. It's the typical percussion that you get when you play, for example, let's say Procol Harum, because it's a typical one I have always in mind and easy to demonstrate. Okay. Now it's in split mode. I have the percussion, so the percussion on, okay, and the second harmonic. You can hear, look, this is the sound with the percussion on, off. See? Okay, and so that's regarding the percussion session. It's very simple, so it depends on what song you play. You can have the second harmonic, you can have the percussion on soft, fast, and the third harmonic. Then here you can actually select the extra sound that you get actually with this board. This is a very nice feature because the extra sound, especially the Rhodes, it's really, really nice. I like the sound of the Rhodes. Let's try. So which sounds you can get extra sound? So you have electric pianos, combo, which stands for sounds like Forfisa, Vox Continental, and that's it. Then pipe, so like church organ, and then Hammond organ. That's a nice electric piano sound. And then you have the Forfisa, the door sound, okay, you probably remember. And then you have pipe, church. Okay, and that's the pipe, and then you are back to the Hammond sound, okay? And as simple as that. So this keyboard is actually a complete of everything. It's compact. It has, I think, a nice design with these wooden panels. Now on the back you have the following things. I'm going to try to show you a bit. We're going to talk about like this because I can't really. So you have the connection for your amplifier. So if you connect the keyboard, you have the left mono and the right. Then you have a jack for your headphones. Then you have the USB dongle, so you can connect remotely with your mobile phone, your PC if it has like a Wi-Fi connectivity, or your tablet, and so on and so forth. Then you have a MIDI in, okay, MIDI out. You have also USB MIDI, so you have traditional MIDI connection and USB MIDI that you can connect the keyboard directly to your PC or laptop, wherever. And then here you have the swell pedal, sustain pedal, and you have also a jack. So you have 3 jacks, one for the swell, one for the sustain pedal, and the other one is for the foot switch or the half moon. By the way, the half moon can only be connected to the lower manual, so don't make the mistake that you buy this and the half moon, which is also sold by Crumar, and you can use a half moon from a different brand, for example from the Viscount or the Hammond CU1, because it won't work. There is a different connectivity that doesn't match what's the keyboard connection. I mean, the jack will go in, but there will be it won't work, the switch. And half moon can only be connected when you purchase the lower manual. So with this keyboard, if you want to control the Leslie, the onboard Leslie, the only way is with the foot switch pedal, which I've already shown you, this one. And for this, it costs you about €70, and it's called CFS12. It's a foot switch pedal, and it's quite nice pedal. I didn't use it, but I had this pedal on my original previous Crumar Mojo from 2015, which I sold. And by the way, this is so much better. There has been so many improvements in quality, not just the sound, but everything else. It uses the VB3 software, and that's it. And I think this will close our gear tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was not too boring, but this is a simple explanation of the basic settings. But I can make another video once I learn myself, because I don't know exactly what you can actually tweak with the software. So once you connect on Wi-Fi, you can do a lot of adjustment to make this keyboard to sound amazing. It's possible. And we will make also an unpacking tutorial for the lower manual, how to connect it and how to connect the keyboard into my Leslie with a special adapter. I already talked about the special adapter, the Crumar 11 adapter, which will basically feature an 11-pin connector that you can connect it to the Leslie amp through the 11-pin cable. Once I get all this gear, I will make a demonstration how to connect this to the real Leslie with 11-pin cable. For now, that's all. Thank you very much, and I'll see you to the next tutorial.